All right, we are on part 4 of this 5-part series, and I'm so glad you all have been enjoying it. We are diving in to the top 5 reasons why, or top 5 reasons how church leaders kill growth. And as I've said in the intro of this series, I know that is no church leader's intention. Yet these top 5 areas that I'm sharing have the result of decline in attendance, giving, etc. And so I'm highlighting this to you because in my over 25 years of serving denominations with thousands of churches, all the way to brand new church plant, I've gotten to really see a history of how, morning, hi there, of how successful churches operate, in contrast to those who may have these top 5 ways of operating. So let me hop into number 4. Number 4 is they don't communicate a clear plan for finances, and relatedly, they don't have good internal controls related to money. Okay, so this is really a two-part. So let me just break it down. First, they don't communicate their plans related to money. It's common, right, for churches when we come together that we raise an offering, right? So I love that for my husband and I, we just on recurring giving schedule that aligns with our pay schedule so that we are automatically giving. But whatever the system that a church uses, and it does matter, I think as a business person, I always say, don't make it hard for people to give you money, right? So you want to have systems in place that make it easy for people to contribute. But specifically, you also want to make sure you communicate how the funds are being used. Gone are the days where it's just like, people give and the leadership says nothing about how the money's utilized and people are okay with that. Like, that's just, we live in a world, the information age, people are used to being able to just get a reasonable level of data around things, and this is not different in the church world. In fact, every nonprofit, every tax-exempt organization except for churches is required to file an annual statement with the Internal Revenue Service outlining how their money has been used. So I would say be clear about what your goals are as a church, about what it costs to meet that vision, and let people rally with you to give and support of the vision. So I think that not only will that help, frankly, grow revenue, it more deeply connects people with the mission and the vision of the church. So that's part 1. Part 2 is once people are aware, right, of the goals and the mission and the vision of the church, it's important to then share on some relative frequency, and maybe it's annually, right, of how the church is doing fiscally. We set a goal to, I'm just using easy numbers because I'm a great lawyer, but not trying to do hard math. So we set a goal to raise $100,000 for missions. And then maybe after the year is up, you say, this is how we did in that goal. We met the goal, or we came 90%. We got 90,000, but not 100, or maybe we got 150,000. So maybe you adjust the goal, and you really share about maybe the people who haven't heard the gospel yet, and you were able to connect with an organization to maybe even stretch that dollar further so that more people were able to hear the gospel, whatever it is. But we have to maybe have the same expectation as a church that we have of givers, and that is that they plan and budget well so that they can tithe and give. And we want to make sure that as the church, we're leading by example in that way. So the top 4 reasons, one of the fourth of the top 5 reasons of how churches kill growth is they don't communicate their plan related to financial matters, and they don't have strong operating systems in kind of that back office system. It's important to have just good bookkeeping, accounting, to have systems, to know where the money's going, and to be able to communicate that to people. So one of the things I'm really excited about for this year's Church Compliance Conference, which we've rebranded as the Church Law and Leadership Summit. It's fully online, so you can join us no matter where you are. But we have an amazing keynote from a CPA whose focus is helping churches manage their bookkeeping and keeping those numbers in order so that you can communicate and meet your vision. So the link for the summit is below, and I can't wait to see you there. God bless. Bye.